House Speaker McCarthy says debt ceiling negotiations are still far apart, but a deal is possible by the end of the week. He made that comment after another meeting with President Biden and other congressional leaders at the White House. June 1st is a deadline to avoid default. McCarthy says he's optimistic now after an agreement to change the negotiation process.
We're answering your money questions this morning with financial expert Terry Savage. Morning, Terry.
Good morning.
Let's start with the debt ceiling.
Okay, that's really good news. I've said right along there won't be a default. There can't be a default. The U.S. is at the center of the whole world's financial system, the dollar. So I'm sure they'll work something out. They may not have all the details, but sigh of relief on that.
All right, let's get to some viewer questions. Here's the first one. Is this a good time to buy a T-bill for $30,000 with the debt ceiling in question, or should I wait until the politicians decide what they are going to do?
No, I've said right along you can continue to buy U.S. Treasury bills because we will not default. And right now, in fact, the interest rates are up slightly because of the uncertainty. So you can buy a 6-month or 3-month T-bill now at a yield approaching 5.25%. Of course, the next auction won't be until Monday, might be slightly lower then. So what's going on around the world is relief. If you look at gold, for example, gold was over $2,030 an ounce. It's down to $1,984 an ounce. So as people worry less, interest rates will come down a bit. But yes, you can go ahead and buy your T-bills and get whatever the rate is set next Monday.
All right. Will the FDIC fail in a government default, which is coming?
A government default is not coming. The FDIC would not fail. Don't forget, we still have the power of the printing press. There's just been a lot of angst out there over the political posturing. I can understand that, but the U.S. government is not going to let its IOUs default. It's going to be fixed. So don't. There's a lot to worry about. I mean, if you're worried about your investments, think, well, maybe really finally is a recession coming? Interest rates are high. Should I reassess my stock market exposure? That's a reasonable thing for people to do who have 401k accounts. But do not start worrying about making changes for the end of the world. The world is not ending financially right now.
All right, here's another question. I have twin high school sophomore boys. I never set up savings for college. I have $10,000 in cash savings for them. What is the best investment for the next 2 years with that money?
Okay, you have a short-term time horizon. I wish you'd opened a 529 account 15 years ago. Young parents of young grandchildren children or grandchildren should be doing that now. But right now, you only have 2 years. This is no time to speculate. We talked about Treasury bills, IOUs from the federal government. If you go to terrysavage.com, there's a box marked how to buy Treasury bills. Keep that money safe. Also, really important, do not put that money in their names in a custodial account. It will weigh much more heavily against you when it comes time to apply for financial aid. So keep it in your own name. Don't speculate with it. I'm glad you have something to start out with for college.
All right. This person says, my family's going to Italy for vacation, and I would like to use a prepaid credit card for traveling, preferably one with no foreign transaction fees. I've read mixed reviews about American Express, Bluebird. Are there any other cards I can look into using?
Sure, you can search. The one thing you want to search, go to a place like creditcards.com, for example, and search for no foreign transaction fee cards, because that can add as much as 3% to a purchase. You also want cards that have a reputation for giving you a good foreign exchange rate, not ripping you off on the conversion. And then after that, you're looking for things like, well, if I take out a new card right now and I'm going to spend a hunk of money, maybe I'll get a bonus or travel points. So you can do your own search at creditcards.com.
All right, another question. I am currently paying 1% to my financial planner. Do you think it's wise to have a financial planner, or should I be doing my own planning? I am fairly educated on finances.
Well, there's a halfway mark in between. With all due respect to people who are in the financial services industry, anyone could call him or herself a financial planner. What you want to search out is a fee-only, in other words, they don't sell commission products, fee-only fiduciary written promise to put your interests first, financial planner. And there is, I've written about it extensively, kind of a Match.com service for fee-only fiduciary planners. It's called WealthRamp.com. And you can go to a link at the top right-hand corner of my website, terrysavage.com, and read all about it. This guarantees that you'll be matched up with someone or 2 or 3 different planners, so you can choose one who is not who puts your interests first, who is not just looking to sell you something, but creates an overall financial plan. And that fee will probably be worth it because it'll lead you to think about things besides what's my 401k doing? Things like, do I have an estate plan? Have I thought about college for my kids? Other things that are important in life.
All right. To ask Terry a question, you go to terrysavage.com. Thanks, Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
Good to see you.
Hey, send a text message to Pat and Paul. They want your text. Here's the number.